I got to get my, oh man, recording in progress. I don't even have my notes up. I am just so unprepared. But that's what happens when you have to record during a vacation. But that's what we're willing to do. I'm not even in frame. I'm a
Mess
mess.
over there.
We're all a mess. All right. So you guys can see I got a weird background here because I am at home for the first time in a million years, it feels like. I'm on vacation back in New York, but the podcast waits for no man. So we're going to go back and continue to do our series of best 11 of all time, but this time we're moving into the Western Conference. And there are 2 more episodes on this before we do the big tournament. I think if we're gonna try and put it together. I think we'll have to find a way to see if we can do that. I don't know if we'll be able to, but we will give it a shot. Cancel that. But before we do any of that and pick which 6 teams we're going to do today, scarf of the week. And I'm gonna jump out and go early. I don't have one. All my scarves are back in
Oh
Kentucky.
my God.
It is the first time I do not have a scarf or a kit to wear during one of these episodes. It's 50 episodes long. Even more than that, probably close to 60 now.
I go around all over the place and I always remember to bring one.
That's the issue. I don't always go around all the time. So I was not thinking. I didn't even do an intro for the. I'm so out of the loop of what we're supposed to be doing here.
You really are on vacation.
My brain is vacation mode. But welcome everybody to season 2, episode 13. In case you lost track of which episode we're on. Connor, what type of scarf you got?
Since we're actually doing the West this week, even though I don't know if this team will be selected, I've got Vancouver, playoff-bound Vancouver Whitecaps.
Oh, relax there. No early sellies, my guy.
It's not a early celebration. It's a fact. It was written in episode, I don't know, 5 this season.
All right. I think before we get into any of that, I think it would be unjust for us to go on without talking about Inter Miami. Because I think that news broke between recordings.
I believe so.
Inter Miami were found to have broken roster rules set by MLS for the first. I think this is the first time I've ever seen this happen. I mean, I know it's the first time I've ever seen it happen outside of when Galaxy did it, but they cleared their roster before things got started. Now, that being said, Inter Miami were found to hit 5 designated players in one season. That's unheard of. And they just covered it up. They just lied. Your initial reactions when you saw this, Connor, what are you thinking?
Kind of sad, to be honest with you. You had 5 designated players and you finished 10th place in the East and got wiped out in the playoff play-in game. So not a great look for them, to be honest with you. It's
and then
with the bits of Matuidi news that kind of got dropped. I was, obviously I was expecting it to be like, oh, they had 4, they broke the rule here, but then for them to come out and be like, no, they had 5. That was surprising.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, Andres Reyes, who played like 12 games, was a designated player. What type of transfer business?
6 of which probably ended in a red card.
Yeah, unreal. So what else came out of this? Jorge Mas fined $250,000. Paul McDonough, club's COO, suspended till the end of the season and fired by Atlanta because he was working with Atlanta this year. So Atlanta said peace. They get hit with a $2 million fine. And I believe they've also got their allocation money slashed.
By a lot. It was like 2 million at least.
It was another 2 million there for 2022 and 2023.
Mm-hmm.
But they found that the club's owners and players were not guilty of wrongdoing. So it's only on Jorge Mas and Paul McDonough. Now, I don't know what's worse. The fact that you went and knowingly broke the rules that are I won't say they're very clearly laid out, but are clear enough where you know that there is a limit and you can't go over it. Or that you did it anyway and still sucked. You were still awful. How does that happen? And it looks at like if you were to pull that with a bunch of U21 up and coming Argentinians, that's one thing. But you're wasting all that money on Gonzalo Higuain and 36-year-old Blaise Matuidi. Like, come on, be better.
Yeah, that's not very good. And then they followed it up after all this came out with a 3-0 home loss to DC United.
Awful. I can't believe that.
You think
they're
this
just,
is
they're,
like
they're a meme club.
you think they just kind of
they
kind of have to be, right?
Have to, don't they?
Yeah. You think this is like the beginning of a spiral to like a really bad season for them this year? Or do you think the players can bounce back from this?
It's MLS, you never know. But
that's true.
Yeah, I don't see them being anything more than just bang average this year. They've looked awful these last few games. They are, I mean, like I said, if you go into DC, who have had like 5 subs for the last 4 games, and get blown out, all on top of everything else that's going on, like it's not a good look for you. And they've made good signings, they're just not fitting in right.
Yeah, this is a tough situation for Phil Neville to be in, and I almost feel like at the end of the day, he's going to end up paying the price for it because if they don't perform on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't believe he had any involvement in it. It would be a little weird if he did, seeing as how he wasn't associated with them last year. But
yeah,
it's it's probably a huge distraction for the players and for the team, and for someone who's just coming in this year, it's probably going to be a tough thing to deal with, especially when you had no involvement in it, but yet you're still associated with it nonetheless.
I think what's also pretty funny is the fact that they're still being linked with like Willian and Gibbsy and all these other players. Like they're going to come for under $650,000 when they could get like a couple million going anywhere else. It's just so funny to see that. It's like they just, I can't remember who quote tweeted it, but Transfer Market tweeted Willian still linked with Inter Miami, and somebody quote tweets ago, "Not now, Willian."
Yeah, I think I remember that. That was a good one.
They also underreported salaries of LGP, Figal, and Carranza. So not only did they lie about having how many designated players they had, they also lied about the price of that they paid for 3 other players. Awful.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, there's just so much. And what I'm happy to see, and to end it on a good note, is that MLS didn't fold because David Beckham wanted to do whatever he wanted. Because they very easily could have been like, all right, well, David, we can make a new rule for David, just like we did last time. But they did. Stood strong. They hit him with a fine that I think, and I'll ask you, this will be the question before we move on. Feelings on the punishment. Appropriate, not enough, too much.
Yeah, I think it was a good punishment. I think the allocation money that's gonna hurt big time. I mean, it's like 2.2 million in allocation money. And I remember someone was like, that's 2 Darlington Nagbys right there.
Oh yeah.
Like that's big money.
Yeah.
As much as
in a league,
in a sport where people are going for like 200 million, it probably doesn't sound like much off the bat. But when you have a better understanding of how the finances and how crazy weird things are with money in this league, that 2 million, that hurts.
Yep. It's in a league where you're capped so tightly and you have very little wiggle room on what you can do. That is massive, massive money. Very, very, very interesting. So, yeah, just I feel like we had to talk about it before we went into our little thing here because that's massive. So,
Yeah.
I've randomized the teams.
Okay.
I regret to inform you that Vancouver is not on the list. They're actually dead last.
Oh.
So, well done. But I am confused at the first team.
Okay.
I'm not sure they are a real team.
Oh, okay.
And I believe that they are dead last if they are any. They're, like for an expansion team, they're all right. They're holding their own. But you could have also told me that they were in first place. I would have believed you. Because I don't think they play games.
No, they do play games. You can look at Adam's fantasy team for that one, I'm sure. Actually,
yeah.
no, he's probably been lacking in the lost players this season with how poor they've been.
Speaking of fantasy, I'm catching up to you guys, by the way.
Yeah, you had a good week.
I've had a few back-to-back good weeks. I think I'm like 10 points off you, and I'm about 30 points off Adam.
Yeah, it's a race again.
Yeah, we're back. I'm back. I told you I get back into it. I finished top of the league this week in points, 95, and I am 13 points behind you, one place, 13 points, and I am just 29 points behind Adam, who's in fifth place. Sweet
it's
treats.
tight at the top.
Yeah. It's very, very tight at the top, and there'll be lots of movement, but all that matters is that Ryan Anderson is not in first.
Yes, but he's close.
He is close. He's number 2. So we jump on in, and we will start with FC Dallas's best 11 of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I stuck to the 4-2-3-1. I don't know about you, but my
did
first.
not.
Okay, my first choice in goal was Kevin Hartman.
Okay, hold on. We should probably specify that we avoided Jesse Gonzalez.
We did. Jessica. I don't think Jesse Gonzalez makes it anyway. Kevin Hartman was a legend in MLS, but especially in Dallas.
I don't know how I missed him. I think maybe because I associated him with, and I'm drawing a blank because I know I put him in another team as well. Where is he? Is it Vancouver? No. Where did I put him? What other team did he play for? Oh, Galaxy. Galaxy.
Yeah, see, I didn't put him with the Galaxy. We'll talk about the Galaxy later.
Yeah, anyway.
Side note, most viewed player on Transfer Market right now. Can you guess who it is?
Kai Havertz.
No, close.
Close. Is it Pulisic?
Nope.
Oh. Is it Kev De Bruyne?
No.
I didn't know if after the injury he'd be most viewed.
It's a single greatest player in the world right now.
Reece Buckmaster?
Stop it.
Like
Who's
the actual greatest player?
Who's the best player in the world right now?
Messi.
No.
Lukaku?
N'Golo Kante.
Oh.
N'Golo Kante is the best footballer in the world right now. No question.
I don't know if I'd say no question. I love him.
Absolutely say no question. You're out of your mind if you think otherwise.
I mean, Lewandowski literally just broke the Bundesliga goal scoring record.
Yeah, but does he smile as big as
he doesn't?
Does?
He doesn't.
That's like saying Brandon Nimmo is not the best outfielder in the league. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Good. Who'd you have in goal? Man, we are so off topic. This is gonna be bad.
I know. I went with Mark Dodd, and I don't remember why.
All right. Time for some comparison then.
Yeah, it looks like Hartman was there 2010, 2011, 2012. Trying to look up how they did during that time. Let's see. Dallas 2010 to 2012. They made MLS Cup finals once, missed the playoffs once, and then got knocked out round one. So no silverware for Hartman while he was at Dallas.
Hmm.
Mark Dodd.
You're also talking about Mark Dodd when he played in the very, very beginning of MLS with the Burn.
Uh-huh.
That is a big stretch to say that.
Are you not counting burn time?
I don't know if I'm not counting it. I'm weighing it a little bit less than
Than the other
maybe
times.
maybe others.
To be honest with you, Dallas really hasn't done a ton outside of 2016
Correct.
and 2015, and that was Jesse Gonzalez time.
Which is he's not going in no matter what.
Yeah. So then I feel like you could make the argument for the others, and I really wouldn't be upset either way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be upset.
I think I'm trying to find the so Hartman with the Galaxy is a decent shout. And if we're not gonna double up, I'd be okay with it.
Okay, so for Mark Dodd, he did win goalkeeper of the year while he was with Dallas.
Okay.
He was two-time All-Star with them as well. Let me look up Hartman really quick. Kevin?
We also have to keep the recency bias out of the way.
Okay, so Hartman was goalkeeper of the year in 99, which was his time with the Galaxy. So nothing with Dallas. They won the Western Conference Championship. That's it.
You're making good points here. So Mark Dodd is a better keeper for Dallas in their time. Kevin Hartman. Interesting. I think I've got Kevin Hartman MLS legend bias.
Uh-huh.
But are we gonna phrase our team behind ability in MLS or ability with team? I think we've been doing team mostly, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Team or just overall ability. So in that case, Dodd would probably take it, wouldn't he?
Like Shalry Joseph is an MLS legend, but he's never making it into the Seattle team for his time there.
Correct. That's a very good point. All right, I'll put Dodd in there. Good argument, sir.
Not that I ever saw him play, obviously, but
no, I don't think we were even around most of the time he played.
Nope. Wasn't even born.
Yeah. But numbers don't lie unless you want them to. I think it's my favorite saying of all time. Numbers never lie. Numbers always lie. I can make numbers say anything I want.
That's true.
Magic of Excel. But you got it right back.
I have Bobby Ryan at right back.
I put Reggie Cannon.
Interesting.
Definite recency bias. I will say that, but again, you will be able to convince me of any player in this list because I don't believe most of these players actually play for Dallas. I just don't. Bobby Ryan played 229 games with these guys. My goodness.
Yeah. 50 goal contributions. I don't believe he won anything other than no, I don't think he won anything.
He didn't. He passed away.
He
was only 35. Goodness me.
Oh wow, that's really young. He was there in 2006 when they finished second in the league. So yeah, I don't know in terms of talent, obviously, if he matches up with Reggie, but I kind of just went heavier on the legacy here, I think.
Let's see. Myocardial infraction. What is that?
Not sure.
I'm not going to look into it. This isn't a 8 years out, Bobby Ryan's FC Dallas legacy still burns brightly. Written by Boehm in 2019. It seems like he made a huge impact on the team.
Yeah, he seems to be an important figure for them.
Contributed several different positions over his 10-year MLS career. Possessed a charisma that earned quick respect and deep devotion. Entirely went into shock. Oh, it was a heart attack. Congenital coronary anomaly. Mitochondrial. All right, yep, too much doctor stuff.
Yeah, and he pretty much played with Dallas his entire career. He never played with anybody else besides a couple of loan moves in which he only played 5 games.
Yeah.
It's a tough one because it's hard to compare the talent levels of the two for us because we never watched Bobby Ryan play.
Correct. But if you're going to play that many, so if Reggie Cannon didn't get bought up so quickly in this like spew of American talent being bought so quickly, do you think he would have played as many games? Maybe. But
I don't know because Brian Reynolds came through right after him, and I think that at some point Brian Reynolds probably would have taken Reggie's spot at right back.
Okay.
But that's just a guess. I obviously don't know for sure. But one went to Boa Vista, one went to Roma. That's the closest thing I can get to.
Yeah. So listen, you can I'm cool with it. You say the word and I'm about it.
I'm here for Bobby Ryan.
Bobby Ryan it is.
If people say Reggie Cannon and they've watched both of them play, then
okay.
Totally get it. Totally get it.
Pete Alonso hit a 2-run home run. The man is back. God, big meat Pete. Am I allowed to say that on air? Probably.
I don't know. I could cut it out if I need to.
Yeah, I won't. Center backs, I think we should be pretty good on this. I got Matt Hedges and Zach Lloyd.
Yep.
Good. Left back. Man, I can't believe I had to put this.
Yes.
Thank God. Thank God Adam is not here. Ryan Hollingshead is my left back.
You better put Ryan Hollingshead as your left back.
God, that hurts so much.
Why? Because you wanted to put him at striker also.
Because he's not a left back. He plays like left wing.
He can play wherever he wants to play.
Oh man, it hurts so bad. I'm gonna say Jair Benitez.
No, you're not.
You're right, I'm not. Carlos Grueso at center defensive mid. With Kellen Costa and Mauro Diaz as the other two in the middle, triangle 3.
Okay. I have 3 different people than you have.
That is one. I'm moving my seat because I'm sitting on this couch. And the couch is not giving me proper support. So now I'm in a chair.
Okay, so my defensive mid, I had to do some research for because he doesn't pop off the list when you look at it. But
none of them do. Of course they don't. None of them actually played for this team. We've been through this.
Defensive mid, I have Leonel Alvarez.
Why?
He played with Dallas for not too many games. He only had 81. Okay. Enough that I can consider him. And he was, from everything that I read, he was like an amazing player for them, like an enforcer for them.
Okay.
He's got 16 goal contributions as a defensive mid in 81 games, which I think is pretty good. Kellen Acosta's got 140 games. He's got 22. So this guy, even from maybe he moved forward a bit. I don't know for sure. He played with them early. Let me just double check what time period he played with them. But this guy was like, it seemed like he was a really massive player for them. But I didn't watch him. So I'm not like set in stone on having this guy in the team. It's just the stuff that I read about him. So
everything that you just said is what Carlos Grueso was, and they sold him for $4.4 million in 2019.
Let me see if I can find.
And he's absolutely bossing it with Augsburg right now in the German league, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
28 starts in the Bundesliga this year.
this article said it noted an interview that that Christ did talking about him, saying that from his viewpoint, he was the best player and probably the one I learned the most from over my career. And he was a best 11 in 1996. I don't know if he was in the running. Wait, hold on, let me look. He was not in the running for MVP.
So again, we're putting a lot of weight on the Dallas Burn era,
That's true. That's true.
and I'm sure he was a fantastic player. He had a lot of experience through, looks like the Argentinian and whatever teams would play through the Copa Libertadores, and he also was a really good manager for a lot of those teams as well. However, who were the Dallas Burn playing where he was so influential, right? Versus who is Carlos Grueso playing against?
Yeah, like I said, I never saw. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I said I've given you two. I think I'm going to stand strong and take this one.
And I'm fine with that because I never saw this guy
Grueso
play,
stinks.
so I can't like really back up what I just reading online.
Sure. Who else did you have in there?
So I went with a 4-1-2-1-2 wide. So
Okay,
I only
so you
have
only have one
two
other center
central.
mid. Did you put
Right.
Victor Ulloa in there?
No.
Did you put him?
I will have okay, so now I have Grueso as the defensive mid, and then at attacking mid, I have Ferreira.
Okay, you put Ferreira over Mauro Diaz.
Yes.
Why? So I get David
think
Ferreira was really good.
Probably for the fact that he won an MVP with Dallas, I think is really
Correct.
what put him over for me.
I'm okay with that. I think Mauro Diaz needs to be in the team though.
Okay, maybe
He was influential in that
fixing the
double season.
formation.
He can play on the wing.
in.
He can
Okay.
play on the wing. Mauro Diaz can.
Right.
Ferreira can also play on the wing, so we can put either one of them on the wing for.
That'd be tough. All right, let's go
I'd
through.
probably drop Barrios and put in
I didn't have Barrios in my team either.
Ferreira. I'll do that, but I think Diaz needs to be in.
Let's go through the rest of our team, and then
You put two strikers in.
Yeah.
Very interested to see who your second one is, because I think the first one has to be Maxi Urruti, right? Tell me you didn't put Maxi Urruti in there.
No, I didn't put Maxi Urruti in there.
You might be the worst person I've ever met. And again, okay, I think you put Blas Perez and Kenny Cooper.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm okay with both of those. Would I take Kellen Acosta out for them? Yeah, probably.
And who did you have on the wings?
Castillo and could I just take out
Barrios?
Barrios, yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second. So I had Castillo and Kreis.
Okay. Jason Kreis at right mid.
Mm-hmm.
I think once again, if we're having things, we're putting lots of emphasis on our friends at the Dallas Burn.
Yeah, I mean,
did he play through to the?
He looks to be their top scorer all time, and like by a long shot. It says he's got 97 goals.
Okay. Yeah.
So then it's the question of how do we get Mauro Diaz in here? This team is.
I think do we? Stupid.
They got a good team. It's going to be like this for a couple of West teams. I was struggling big time on a couple.
No, they've got good players. They aren't a good team. They don't do it.
Sure.
He says saltily because you're right.
Could we drop
Ryan
we make-
Hollingshead go 3 in the back, and yeah, absolutely. Grueso stays.
That's fine.
I can take Acosta out.
Can you drop one of like either Diaz or Ferreira deeper or no?
No, they're both attacking minded.
Can we take Hollingshead out and have Bobby Ryan as like a quote unquote center back?
Sure, why not?
Okay. If you want to do that then, and then we can throw.
Let me just check on Bobby Ryan real quick.
Oh, how do we do that? How do we make that work? That is the most attacking formation I've ever seen. Oh, it's gonna be a long episode.
Yeah, it is. Bobby Ryan didn't actually play center back, so what if?
I would be willing to drop a striker, but I just don't know how to make it work.
Yeah, you'd have to pick to do this right. You'd have to pick a you would have to pick a striker and drop them and put one of them on the bench.
Or you just don't put either one of Ferreira or Mauro Diaz in.
See, I think that's not right.
It doesn't feel right, but who do you take out for them?
Are we putting? So we're putting another center mid in. Is that what we're trying to do?
You wanted to work in Mauro Diaz in here, and I'm not against that, but I just don't know how to work him in.
So if we take Ferreira and play him as a CM,
Well, that's what I was asking before. Should we just do it? Pretend like you can?
and then left mid. Really, because really, it's a triangle 3, right? So it's all about how you want to. You can have 2 attacking mids in here. It's not a problem. I just usually looked for a little bit more balance, right? So,
Sure.
Castillo, who were we playing on the left? Christ. And
Christ on the right and Castillo on the left.
then it's either Cooper or Blas Perez.
Yeah,
That's a tough one.
It is a tough one. I'm tempted to go with Blas Perez.
Me too.
Okay.
I like Blas Perez a lot, but I'm a really big fan of Kenny Cooper.
Yeah, they're both good. Definitely both worthy of being in this team.
Yeah. This is a coin flip for me.
I'm here for Blas Perez. I don't know about you. Wait, was he here? When did he? Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I'll look at Kenny Cooper. You look at Blas.
Blas was there from 2012. It says 2012 to 2015. Did you play in 2015 is the question. If you played in 2015, I'm giving it to Blas Perez. He did play in 2015.
Yeah, Cooper was a journeyman. He played for FC Dallas 06 to 09 and then another year in 2013. But I'm cool with I'll put Kenny Cooper on the bench.
Yeah.
And start Blas Perez.
Blas Perez was certainly a journeyman too. He was all over the place. Okay, yeah, so Blas Perez.
So we kept the same formation. That's good. Who'd we drop? We dropped Acosta out. Hartman probably gets on the bench.
Yeah.
And then
Reggie
Cannon.
Yeah. I think
and
another you could make the case for Urruti being on the bench. Maybe even Carlos Ruiz.
Let's say Carlos Ruiz, but who was the left mid that we dropped? Barrios?
Makes the bench. Barrios definitely on the bench.
Yeah. So Dodd, Ryan, Hedges, Lloyd, Hollingshead, Grueso, Ferreira, Diaz, Castillo, Christ, and Perez. That's our starting 11.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I agree.
That'll be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, it's a good team.
All right, that's 1 down of 6.
40 minutes in. All right, who's next?
You really
Or do I
are.
have to guess?
Goodness me. Guess. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say the Loons.
No. Loons are not in it either. We are going to San Jose.
Ooh, San Jose.
Was a little bit easier than Dallas for sure. Shouldn't have too much of a I mean, I'm sure we will, but who'd you have in goal?
Pat Onstad.
All right, well, here we go. I had Joe Cannon.
Good start.
Good start. Why?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up again.
Yeah, me
I
too.
did my research a while ago.
Yeah, that's the tough part is we prepped.
I should have just wrote down notes. Okay. All right, Joe's definitely got the games appearances over Pat. Pat was with the Quakes, let's say 03 to 06, in which they were second overall and won the championship, and they won the Shield in 05. So he got second overall and the Shield, and he won MLS Cup.
How do you get second overall and the Shield?
He got second overall one season and then the Shield another season.
Oh, I thought you were talking like same season. I'm like, that's illogical.
No. In 03, they were first in the conference, second overall, and they won MLS Cup. And then in 05, they won the Shield, but they did not win the Cup. And I believe Pat was the goalkeeper during both of those seasons.
Okay. Joe Cannon also has an MLS Cup with San Jose. And he was goalkeeper of the year after.
I don't know if Pat ever won any awards while he was there. Goalkeeper of the year 03 and 05. He's got 2 goalkeeper of the years with San Jose, Pat Onstad.
Okay.
And yeah, MLS Cup, Supporter Shield, a couple of Western Conference championships.
Yeah, he was there when Joe Cannon was with San Jose, they were not very good. He was there 99 to 03, in which they finished 7th overall, missed the playoffs, dead last, missed the playoffs, came back and finished 2nd in the conference, 5th overall, came back, finished 2nd in the conference, 2nd overall. Then 2003, they finished 1st in the conference. So they got better, 2nd overall, Champions League quarterfinals, Champions League. So he's in the tail end of it when they started building around him. He started making more splashes. Then he left to go to Lens in France. Came back 2008 to 2010 when they came back and were a club again, and they missed the playoffs, made it to the semifinals. I think it's a coin flip. I'm okay with Onstad though. I think they're both worthy of it, but I'm cool with Onstad.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that too. It looks like in 03, Pat actually came in and replaced Joe.
Yeah, that was a switch. Yeah, nice. But yeah, definitely Cannon on the bench, I think, or John.
Yeah.
I put John Bush there too, but
yeah, definitely Joe Cannon on the bench. I
love John Bush. John Bush is one of my favorites. But we've talked about that already. All right. So at right back, who you got?
At right back, I've got Mulrooney. Richard Mulrooney.
Richard Mulrooney, yeah. So I put Tommy Thompson there as well because I like an attacking fullback. But if I was going to do that, I think I'd go Stephen Beitashour, actually.
In fairness, if you want an attacking fullback, Richard Mulrooney's got 28 assists in only 10 more games than Tommy Thompson.
That's fair. That's fair. He also played right mid a little bit.
That's true. That could.
So,
when did Richard play here?
He was there from
Looks like
99 to 05. So he was there with Joe Cannon and a little bit of Onstad.
Okay, so he. Let me make sure he played, but he could have been there for both of the 03 and 05 season as well.
He was there for both of those seasons, it looks like.
Doesn't look like actually he was with Dallas in 05, but he was there for 03.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I don't think Tommy Thompson has won anything.
Beitashour won
2012.
The Supporters Shield 2012.
Okay.
Mulrooney's got 2 MLS Cups.
Yeah, I think he won one of them with San Jose.
That puts him above already.
Did he win 2 with San Jose?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, wow.
He was there in
in
2000 and 2002. So right there, I'm with you. I'll put Mulrooney in there, or Mulrooney.
All right, cool.
I'll put Jake Mulrooney in the Atlanta team too if you want.
I'm gonna have to pass on that
one. Yeah. Plus the goal contributions there is also just no question. This is a tough one, right? This is why when we did this the first time with MLS theme, we only kept it to 2010 because we don't know most of these players.
Yeah.
But we venture into the unknown.
We're trying our best.
Center backs, I got Hernandez and Hernandez. That is pretty straightforward for me.
To be honest with you, I didn't know who to go with out of those top 4 on the list. Yeah. So I'm totally fine with those 2 being there.
So those 2 I remember very distinctively being very, very good for those guys.
I'm here for it. I had Hernandez and Dyak, but I don't know anything about Dyak, so I'm fine with those 2. John
Doyle, 23 goal contributions. Goodness me.
I know, I saw that too. In 139 games also.
Yeah, as a center back, that's maddening.
Yeah, that's Sergio Ramos right there.
Yeah. 96 to 02, so it was early days.
He probably won the Shield. Not the Shield, the Cup with them.
He did. And then 01 to 06 was Dyak.
Yeah, so I think Dyak had he actually won it, like everything with them. That means he would have 2 cups and a shield.
2 cups and a shield for Dyak. Doyle's got Gold Cup. He doesn't have anything else with them.
Yeah, Dyak won a lot with them. I think that was why
Hernandez has a shield and a Belgian Cup. What do you want Belgian Cup with? What? Oh, he was Anderlecht for 3 years? Goodness me. Fooled me. Jason Hernandez also has a supporter shield and a cup and 2 Canadian cups. But where did he get those cups and stuff with?
Definitely didn't get the Canadian cups with San Jose.
No, he's got 1 supporter shield with San Jose. So I'd go Hernandez, or I'd go Hernandez and Dyak. I'm cool with that.
All right, cool.
Hernandez and Dyak, just because you can't have Jason Hernandez in any like best 11 of any team. I mean, as a traffic cone.
I remember him from his brief time with City.
Yeah. All right, left back. What do you
got? Corrales.
Oh, thank God! I thought we literally haven't agreed with any one pick, but we're good there.
Thank goodness.
I got my midfield 3 are Cronin, Ewell, and De Rosario. Yes, I put Jackson Ewell on this team.
I swapped the formation and I went with a 4-1-2-1-2. So I only have 2.
Okay,
that's fine. I have Cronin and Dero.
Yeah, I'm totally cool. It was really hard for me to put Jackson Ewell on this team. But because of
that's why I had to swap it. That's why I had to swap it.
Yeah, because I wasn't putting Ricardo because literally they have two players who played over 100 games. Everybody else made one season max.
Yeah.
Mid. And a few defensive midfielders.
Yeah, that's why I had to swap.
I wasn't
the
putting out
formation.
Morgadoy in there or Fatai Lashe or Hudson. Yeah, you know what I'm referring to there.
I know what you're referring to.
Stupid.
Who you got on the wings?
I've got Salinas and Espinoza.
Yep, me too.
Okay, and then that means that leaves us one striker.
You left out one of these strikers. I bet I already know who you left out.
Chris Wondolowski, correct?
Yeah, you left out Wando.
Yeah, I mean, who would put that guy in a best 11? I didn't put Quincy.
No, not Quincy.
Adam Yan.
No.
I know.
Adam Yan played on this team?
Adam Yan was on this team for 67 games. Scored 6 goals.
I see that.
You put Danny Hosen?
No.
Stevie?
No.
Or Allen?
No.
What did you put?
Landon Donovan?
Landon Donovan is not listed as a striker here.
He's listed as a second striker.
Oh, that's sneaky.
Yeah, I knew. As soon as you had one striker, I'm like, I know he forgot Landon.
No, I did. Yeah, I forgot how good he was with this team.
Mm-hmm.
He was stupid for this team.
Yeah, you better drop Jackson Ewell so you could put in Landon.
Yeah,
Donovan.
no, I mean, listen, Jackson Ewell's basically the next Landon. But
there's no way you could say that with a straight face after the last game that we just watched against Switzerland.
I didn't catch the game against Switzerland. I was out with family, but I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's totally cool. You did a good one there.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine I posted that in a Reddit.
Yeah, good thing you didn't. That would be bad.
That we might have been canceled for that.
Well, you would have been canceled. I would have been fine.
I mean, you're already canceled for other things, so
that's probably true.
Yeah. Yeah, no arguments there. So backups would be Hernandez,
Cannon,
and Ewell. Ew, that's nasty. But everybody else is pretty spot on, so that's good.
You want to put Magnus Eriksson on the bench?
I'll put Eriksson on the bench, yeah. Because why not? You know,
what about this? What about Cerritos?
Cerritos.
At least for the bench.
Cerritos.
He's got 64 goals, 32 assists.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely for the bench. Yeah, striker. I'm not taking Landon out for him, but I think he makes the bench easily.
Yeah, he is their second leading goal scorer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Cerritos. Okay, cool. So just to summarize,
Quincy's on the bench too, obviously.
Quincy, yeah, because you have to. To summarize, Onstead, Mulrooney, Dayak, Bernardes, Corrales, Cronin, Dayro, Salinas, Espinoza, Donovan, Wando in a 4-1-2-1-2 wide.
Yep. I went to that formation a lot just because there was always so many good attackers.
Yeah. All right. Guess for team number 3 then.
I'm hoping we don't have Seattle this episode because that was probably the most difficult team I had to put together.
We do not. That is next week.
Oh, thank God. RSL.
Correct. It is RSL. Look at you go.
Look at me go.
I'll let you go first.
Okay.
This should be really straightforward. This whole team should be straightforward.
Don't say that. We're going to differ and then you're going to yell at me.
All right. So you can't get this one wrong. If you get this one wrong, you are off the pod.
Okay. Zach McMath, right?
There you go. Good. We're moving up. We're moving forward in the right direction.
All right, good.
Okay. So Nick Ramondo's in goal. Maybe one of the best keepers of all time. You know, depending on who you ask.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you have it right back?
I have Tony Beltran.
Correct. Who do you have at center back?
I have Olave and Borchers.
Correct. Who do you have at left back?
Winger.
Correct. Who do you have at center mid?
Oh God. I went with Beckerman and Krylak.
Oh, you were doing so well. You're gonna kick Krylak to the curb. You're gonna put in Javimo.
Where's Javimo?
He's a
I don't
center
see him on the
attacking
list.
mid. Center
Oh, he's
attacking
center
mid.
attacking mid.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you're.
yeah, because I have him at center attacking mid.
Oh, that's what I was asking. Was okay.
Oh, no,
So
I
I thought
had two
you said
center
you went to the
mids.
4-1-2-1-2 wide. So I thought you only had
Oh,
two.
no, I was just saying I did that a lot. But not for
Oh,
this
okay,
team.
okay. So I put Will Johnson in there. As more
I
of
thought
a
we said
as
we
more
weren't
of a
doing that.
as more defensive help for Beckerman. But in because we have to assume that um in the tournament, I guess they will have how do you say like they'll be all at their prime, right? Is the assumption. So you don't need extra help for Kyle Beckerman, I don't think. So I'll put Krylak in there. Sure. Left mid.
I thought we weren't putting Will Johnson in there. Same
Oh,
reason we
you're
weren't putting
right.
Jesse Gonzalez.
We just had this conversation. So when you did that, I was thinking Orlando. I forgot he was playing in this team.
hmm
I totally forgot about that.
I
Because again,
would have put him over Krylak because he had, from what I read, an amazing, I think, was
RSL
20,
career, yeah.
2013 season,
Yeah, he
I
was
think.
very, very good.
Yeah.
But again, we prepped this 3 weeks ago, so I forgot I even put him in. Left mid.
Ja Plata.
Good. Right mid.
Grabavoy?
No, not Ned Grabavoy.
Why?
Jefe Savarino.
I don't, hold on.
Jefferson Savarino. Because you're not putting Medi Bellucci. Because if anybody puts Medi Bellucci in any team, they are kicked off the pod. Jefferson Savarino, 88 games, 22 goals, 22 assists, sold to Mineiro, Atletico Mineiro.
Okay.
For
I think I'm okay with it. He had a lot more goal contributions than Ned Grabavoy.
yeah, he got sold for just under $2 million, which I think is criminal.
Yeah, he was probably pretty good.
Where do you that's right, you weren't around when he was playing.
No.
He was part of the upcoming. Had they put a better striker around them, he was part of the RSL team that's supposed to be the next very, very good team. But they took Savarino, they took Plata, they took all these creative players and stuck Euro Mubsisian up front, and it just fell apart.
Oh no, I remember. I thought you were talking about Grabavoy. I remember a bit of when Savarino was playing.
Where do you see Ned Grabavoy? I don't even have him on this list.
He's as a left mid, but he
Why'd you put
played
him?
both.
Yeah, no, Ned Grabavoy. I think if I remember correctly, floated into the middle of the field too at some point.
Yeah, he played a lot of games for RSL.
Yeah, from 2009 2014. I don't think he's wrong. I think I put Savarino over him.
I'm okay with that, especially if we're going off of like talent as opposed to the legacy.
Sure. And then who do you have up top?
Saborio.
Yes, Alvaro Saborio. Yes, correct. He was really good. With him and Javimo, they were just so good playing off each other. That was the oh goodness, when did RSL win that cup? 2012? 2009.
2009.
Yeah, that 2009 squad was really good.
Yeah, and that was pretty good from us. We agreed on most of them.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't think it was too difficult for us.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot to pick from. You know, they've Robbie Finley was also a shout, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that too. He's on the bench at least, though. I don't think I'm
Yeah, but
replacing
Alvaro
Alvaro.
Savarino doubled his goal total in like 10 less games.
Yeah.
He was top scorer twice for the Costa Rican league, I believe.
You sure you don't want to put Mosisian in this team?
I really don't.
What about Sam Johnson?
You know, there's a lot that I don't want to do that is probably up there.
All right, let's go to the next team because we're going slow. Although we're at the halfway point.
We
We're
are
an hour in.
Well, could we waffled about
we waffled on Dallas forever.
well, that, and we also did the Inter Miami,
Inter Miami
for a little bit.
Right.
Okay, guess. Next guess.
I'm going to say, unfortunately, the Galaxy.
Correct. Can you see my screen? Are you cheating?
No.
You're a cheat.
I didn't want to
cheat.
Galaxy's
This one
going to
should
be
be
tough.
easy. Except
it's definitely not easy.
Definitely not. So we talked about your goalkeeper choice already.
Yes.
I've got Donovan Ricketts in goal because he won everything, and I hate Donovan Ricketts, so you can convince me very easily to get him out of this team.
Let me look it up again. I have to pull up everything again.
Yeah.
Let me work on that.
You can convince me, but you literally need to say 3 words, and I'll.
So was Ricketts there when they were with like Beckham and winning?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the good thing at least is the Galaxy have had some success outside of that stretch. So Hartman was probably there for some bit of success.
You could probably tell me David Bingham belongs in there more than Kevin Hartman.
Hartman was there from
Hartman won everything that he
97-06.
ever won with the Galaxy. So 2 cups, a shield, and 2 open cups. Ricketts won 2 shields and a cup. Bingham won a shield.
Bingham won a shield?
That shield was San Jose, so never mind. So it's Ricketts with a cup and 2 shields, or Hartman with 2 cups, 2 open cups, and a shield. I don't think this is a conversation.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I don't know if Ricketts ever won any individual awards there, but I think you'd probably rather still go Hartman over Ricketts.
Yeah, because I think Hartman also won goalkeeper of the year for the Galaxy in '98, which is when they won the shield.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
He won goalkeeper of the year in '99.
98, 99.
Yeah, with the Galaxy.
Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward for me.
Yeah, this next position though is gonna be a nightmare.
This whole team's gonna be a nightmare.
Well, that was probably one of the easier positions.
Yeah, I've got De La Garza at right back.
Okay, so.
Oh my God.
I have like 3 names listed down at right back because I could not decide between the 3 of them.
Really? Who are the other 2?
I had AJ De La Garza, Sean Franklin, and Chris Albright. And
Chris Albright was a Red Bull, I think, at some point.
Yeah, I think Albright was there. I think Albright was there like during that 02 to 05 success.
The earlier success, sure.
Yeah, and then De La Garza and Franklin were both there for that like stretch. Yeah, that like dominating stretch. And the only reason I'm totally open to any of the 3, like fully open to them. I guess the only reason I slightly leaned Franklin was because when I was looking it up, the times that Franklin and De La Garza were there together, it was Franklin playing at right back and De La Garza playing at center back.
You know what? I do remember that. That is why I think that's why I've got some bias there, because I remember De La Garza being in that team because I always remember his name being spoken because he was in that center back spot. You're absolutely right. Let me just double check there's a stat. I can sort stats by position. But you're totally right. 'Cause he was next to Omar because they didn't have a second center back with him as a center back.
Yeah, so he's got 2 shields and 3 cups. He was there longer than Franklin. I don't
Oh,
think
way
Sean Franklin wasn't there for the 3rd cup. I want to say Franklin got maybe the 2 shields and 2 cups.
Yeah, he played 27 games at center back in 2012. He played 3 games of Champions League. Every time they played in the Champions, he played center back.
Yeah, and once Sean Franklin left, which he did in 2013, so right before that 3rd cup, he moved out to right back. Right. So I'm totally okay with him being at right back.
But I also would get the argument. Franklin at right back.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I went with Franklin was just because when they were both there, it was Franklin playing the right back spot.
Sure, absolutely. I'm cool with that.
And now I got to throw De La Garza into my center back conversation, though.
The center back conversation needs to be with De La Garza now, doesn't it? So can we agree that Omar Gonzalez needs to be in there?
Yes, he was my for sure one.
Yeah, I put Daniel Steres, but I'm open to Greg Vanney as well. By the way.
So I had written down Greg Vanney or Robin Fraser.
I'd go Vanney because he has more goal contributions.
I don't know how Greg Vanney has that many goal contributions. It's absurd.
So.
Or do we put AJ there?
No.
No? Oh, it feels so dirty putting AJ De La Garza off this team.
This is going to be brutal. We're going to get slated for this. We need to go a 4-2-4 in this team. It's criminal to keep some players off.
That's why I went with the 4-1-2-1-2. Because you get the most attackers out of it. You get 5 attackers.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And I'm thinking I'm going to have to, and I don't want to, but I'm going to have to drop. So who do you have at left back? Or who do you have at center back? Who are we going with?
I guess Omar and Greg.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Omar Gonzalez, Greg Vanney. Cool. Left back?
Gonna botch the name.
All right,
it's Donovan.
Todd Donovan.
Donovan.
Yeah, Donovan was in there for a lot of it. And this is so my brain, every time I went to a new team, switched on what I wanted to do. So I put Ashley Cole in there because I was like, oh, he had a great career. But Todd Donovan's the clear answer. I don't know why I put Ashley Cole in there.
Ashley Cole got 2. He got 5 red cards.
Absurdity.
He did not care about being here.
No. 3 yellow reds and 2 straight reds. Yeah, but Todd Donovan's got 5 MLS Cups. This dude's a cheat code.
He's got 5 MLS Cups.
He won an MLS Cup with San Jose, then 4 with the Galaxy, Open Cup with the Galaxy, 2 Supporter Shields. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
The answer is Todd Donovan.
Yeah.
Okay. I am totally open to changing formation because the formation I had did not allow me to get Zlatan Ibrahimovic in the team. So I'm going to remove Juninho, and both of my center mids are the Dos Santos brothers.
Interesting.
Who do you have?
I put Beckham.
Beckham played on the wing.
Did he play on the wing with Galaxy, though?
Yeah. He wasn't a center mid with the Galaxy.
I thought Transfer Market said he played at center mid with the Galaxy.
No, dude. He was flanking Baggio, Husidic, and Juninho. He really didn't play unless I'm bugged.
I'm just double checking. And this is just Transfer Market could definitely be wrong about this.
Yeah,
but they have him at center mid 29 games for the Galaxy.
Out of how many? He played a couple hundred games.
I know he definitely played a lot. I don't know if this is definitely not tracking all of them, but out of the numbers that they gave, he's got 29 at center mid, 10 at right mid, and 9 at attacking mid. Maybe he's played there enough that we can justify it. Because it would open up more attacking spots if you put him in mid.
Bro, trying to sort this guy's career by competitions he's played in is not cool. Man, he really didn't play much at all for this team.
Looks like he was hurt a lot.
Yet I vividly remember him just tearing teams up.
Probably.
Yeah, they don't have where
it
they
doesn't
don't
look
have
like they don't track it earlier than 2012.
which what do you mean, right?
It looks like at least at the later parts of his Galaxy career, he was playing at center mid. And like I said,
Yeah,
it
but
opens up
if I'm gonna play
attacking
David
spots.
Beckham, if I'm gonna play David Beckham anywhere, he's playing as a wide midfielder where he played his entire career.
We're gonna have to cut someone out of the team.
Who do you have there right now?
We can go through the rest and then we'll come back to it.
Sure. So who do you have in center mid?
I have a 4-1-2-1-2, so I have Beckham there.
Who's your other center mid?
My attacking mid, I have Cienfuegos. You say who?
Yeah.
Mauricio Cienfuegos. Played 244 times for the Galaxy. 40 goals,
Correct
64
answer,
assists.
Sasha question.
Oh, well. I missed him down there, 10th on the list. Sorry.
2 cups, an open cup, or 2 shields, an open cup, and supporter shield. Blah.
Who did you have there?
I told you I had both those sentences there.
So you had Gio here?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I dropped him because I think he's listed as a second striker, Gio.
Yeah.
And I dropped him as a cam.
That's a tough one. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that this team has too many really good players.
Yeah, no kidding.
We need to like make 2 Galaxy teams.
Did Gio win anything with the? Was he there during that stretch of the Galaxy when they were winning everything?
No.
Did he win anything with them?
No. I can take out
if you,
those
I think
sentences. That's fine.
well, we can maybe do Jama Dos Santos.
No,
maybe
so I think there are better players to put in there.
Okay. Let's just leave it open for now. We'll go through the rest and then we'll figure it out.
It's gonna be brutal. Hold on. Let's get it right because we're gonna go 2 defensive mids, right? Or two midfielders.
Yeah, I think so.
Defensive mids.
I think we got it.
There's no defensive mid there that I look at and I'm like, yeah.
I think we gotta go with at least 2 strikers and 2 wingers in this team.
Yeah. So you got Juninho, who was there for their dominant stretch.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Sebastian Lletget, which I really don't want to, but I could be convinced. Yeah, Juninho's got 3 cups, 2 shields.
If I'm putting like a more defensive midfielder in there, I'm putting Juninho.
Yeah. And then we're looking at attacking midfielders that fall into Cienfuegos, Quentin Mathis, and then Jonah or Gio. I'll go Cienfuegos.
Okay.
Beckham on the right mid spot. Donovan on the left mid. Strikers of Keane and Zlatan. And we're gonna have to put Kobe Jones on the bench, aren't we?
See, I originally had Beckham in the defensive mid spot, so I had Donovan on the left, Kobe Jones on the right.
Freeze. Full stop.
What?
What type of Armas ball are you trying to play here?
What do you mean?
David Beckham at defensive mid? Are you out of your mind?
Or just like that, whatever, like deeper midfield spot. Doesn't have to be defend, whatever you want to call it. Listen, this team's so talented, they don't need to play defense.
They're gonna win every game 9-8.
No, I mean they'll just control the ball the entire game. This team goes up against the FCC team. You're telling me FCC's touching the ball at all?
Facts.
No, I'm sure you watched it more than I did.
You can't leave Kobe Jones off of this team.
You know who else is like, and maybe you could speak to it more than I do, but hold on.
Here's what I'll offer you. I'll put David Beckham as attacking mid. I'll put Kobe Jones at right mid. And I will drop Cienfuegos to the bench.
Sorry, I missed that. Say it again.
Beckham slides into the attacking mid role. Jones goes into right mid. Cienfuegos to the bench.
Okay. That's fine.
Because you can't bench Keane, Donovan, Beckham.
You know who else is getting looked over?
Zlatan wouldn't allow it if he was to go to the bench.
You know who else is getting looked over though?
What did Zlatan win?
Okay, so here's the thing, and I know people like Zlatan was crazy dominant with the Galaxy, but he never did anything with the Galaxy.
We're gonna get canceled so hard.
I'm tempted to make the argument for Carlos Ruiz.
Wait, at striker?
Yeah. You know he scored. So in the 2002 season, in terms of regular season plus playoffs, he scored 32 goals that year. And they won the Shield and the playoff and the cup. And they were runners up in the US Open Cup. Like they almost did the treble. And he scored 32 goals during that season, if you count playoffs. But if you wanted to put Zlatan in there,
he scored 14 goals in 18 playoff games.
Yeah, that's pretty clutch.
I will put him on the bench, but I can't justify putting him over.
That's fine. If you want to put, I'm totally okay with putting Zlatan there.
Man, he was top scorer twice.
Who? Zlatan?
No, Ruiz. Anyone an MVP.
That's why I had him in there. As much as I loved Zlatan, what did he do? Ruiz was crazy for them.
Footballer of the Year, MLS MVP. You have a case.
I know. It's so hard to not put in Zlatan.
Let me play devil's advocate for you.
Uh-huh.
You've got a one-off playoff game to win.
I'm going Zlatan.
Against the best 11 of any other team out there that's not FCC. You taking Ruiz or you taking Zlatan?
No, I'm taking Zlatan.
And I feel like that's the way we got to think about it.
I know.
It's
so hard to not put Ruiz on this team. He was so good for them.
All right, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it to the Galaxy fans.
Oh God.
Because here's what I'm doing. By the way, I'm taking all of the suggestions from Reddit, and I'm kind of compiling them. So when we make the final tournament, it'll be like we'll have
some adjustments. Yeah, I like that. I definitely would love to hear their input.
There are lots of moves that we've made. I think specifically right now, one of the big ones that we had were on. Oh goodness, which team was it? Philly. Lots of Philly. We got Philly. Not so right.
Okay.
So I've been taking those notes. So I will say let's put Zlatan in there right now with Ruiz on the bench and let them tell us otherwise.
Okay.
God, this is awful. Edson Buttle also didn't make this team. I feel like Buttle's got to be on the bench.
You can make an entire second team with these
Oh,
guys.
easily. Zardes probably has a shout of getting on the bench.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, you need to have Juninho in there for some defensive support, don't you?
Yeah, I'm okay with Juninho there.
Yeah. All right. So is that how we're going to do it? We'll go ahead and say Hartman, Franklin, Gonzalez, Vanny, Donovan, Juninho, Beckham in the midfield, with Jones and Donovan flanking them, with Keane, Zlatan up top, Steres, Frazier, De La Garza, Cienfuegos, Ruiz, Buttle, and Zardes on the bench.
That team's crazy good.
That's comedy. That's straight up comedy.
Dude, just wait until we get to Seattle.
Oh
That's
my God.
literally, it's just as bad. Or I should say just as good. Just as bad for us.
Yeah.
Just as good for Seattle fans.
Yeah. All right. Jesus. Take a guess at team 5 of 6.
Houston.
Dude, stop. This isn't funny. In Houston, I've got Tally Hall as my goalkeeper.
I have Pat Onstad.
All right. Let's figure out why.
Okay. That's a good question.
So Tally Hall was a personal choice for me because I watched him play. Like he was one of the first goalkeepers I watched when I was like growing up, learning how to be a goalkeeper. So I took a little bit of my game from him. You can easily convince me that he's probably not supposed to be there.
Pat was with Houston from 06 to 2010, in which case they won 2 cups.
Yeah, I mean,
Pat
is
Onstad.
Pat Onstad like the most decorated goalkeeper of all time?
I was literally just thinking the same thing. This dude
This
has
man
won
doesn't lose.
so much.
Open Cup. He was on the Rhinos team that won the Open Cup too. He won the Gold Cup in 2000.
Yeah.
3-time MLS Cup. Is Pat Onstad the best goalkeeper of all time? What are we missing
He really
here?
might be. He really might be.
God damn. I wish I watched this guy play. He is Canadian, though.
That doesn't matter.
Does it?
I don't have anything against Canadians.
All right. I will take Onstad there. This man, unreal. What did Tally Hall do?
I don't know. When did he play?
He was later on. He was like, if I remember correctly, he was like 2010 to 12, maybe. 2009 to 2014, yeah. Then he went to Orlando for 2 years, went to DC, and then left.
Okay, so he was there, I guess, when they were coming up against the Galaxy.
Yeah.
In 11-12.
Yeah. So he made finals, just never won.
Yeah, well, can you blame him?
Yeah. Loser. No, I'm
way to not beat David Beckham.
Yeah. How dare you? Who you got to right back?
I think I cheated on this one, to be honest with you.
Why'd you cheat?
Because I don't know if he actually played right back for them.
Okay.
But I couldn't not have him on my team.
Okay.
I put Jeff Cameron there.
What? Why?
I don't know.
I will go ahead and drop a center mid to put him in there, but I won't put him at right back.
Let me see if he actually even played right back for them. Who'd you have at right back?
I had Mullen. He had lots of goal contributions. He played right back in his career, but did he play there for?
I know. That's what I'm trying to think. No, he didn't. I'm not going to put him there then. He played right mid at one point. You imagine Jeff Cameron at right mid.
Yes. Hook it to my veins.
All right, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so I put Mullen in there. He had about 20 something, maybe close to 30 goal contributions. for Houston. 26 assists. Sorry, he had 37 goal contributions from 05 to 2010. He also has 5 MLS Cups. What?
Jeez.
He has 2. He was on there for the 2 with Houston. So he went back to back. He was on the Colorado Rapids team, the San Jose team, and one of the LA teams. This guy too, from Mineola, Long Island boy.
Oh, nice.
Automatically in.
Yeah.
All right,
Agreed.
center backs.
I have Boswell and Robinson.
I had Boswell and Jermaine Taylor.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Time to look it up again. Eddie's picture looks old. Makes me think that he was there in the early days.
Gives me a good feeling about this guy. He's old. He's got to be good.
No, I don't think he's old. He's only 42. He was there from 06 to 2011. So that means
he was on both
he's
teams.
a 2-time MLS Cup. He was also a MLS All-Star, Dynamo Defensive Player of the Year in 06 and 07.
Eddie Robinson it is then. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, I mean, your defensive player of the year in the 2 years you won the cups.
Yeah.
It's gotta be in there.
Yeah. Left back, there's only one answer.
Marcus Beasley.
Tricky Bees. In the Corey Ash has a shout, but Tricky Bees gets a nod.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you said there was only one answer, I agree that it's Beasley, but I don't think that Corey Ash should just be completely overlooked.
I'm putting Corey Ash on the bench. What up, Corey?
Oh, he definitely makes the bench.
Yeah. All right, so defensive midfield.
This is fun.
I put a few center mids. I don't have a true CDM, I guess you could say.
I don't think I do either.
Yeah, I put Ricardo Clark, Boniek Garcia, and I have Dayro at cam.
Nice, me too.
Okay. But do we want to try and fit Jeff Cameron in? I don't think he knocks any of those guys out.
I mean, talent-wise, did you watch him play at all?
Jeff Cameron?
Yeah, when he was with Houston.
No. When was he at Houston? No, I didn't watch Houston that closely. At that point, I was only watching Red Bull. I wasn't really into the whole league.
You with Houston? He was there 08 to 2012.
Yeah, 08 to 12. So he's got no cups. He's got nothing. He's just a fun FCC player who also played for Stoke. He's like Jason's favorite player.
Okay, I'm fine with that. If Houston fans want to find some place for him in this team, then I'm open to switching him. But I'm fine with keeping with Garcia and Clark.
Cool. Left mid, Brad Davis. Right mid, Albert Elise. Striker, Brian Ching.
Perfect.
Good. There's no real arguments there. Anybody to put on the bench, you think?
I have to look again. Oh, Mauro Manotas.
I think Manotas gets in. Does Matthias Vera maybe get in?
Yeah, maybe. Will Bruin
probably gets a shout. So Vera, Manotas, Bruin. Tomas Martinez probably gets a shout.
Yeah. Maybe Kyoto?
Maybe Kyoto.
Did you put Jeff Cameron on the bench?
I can.
I think he should be on there.
All right, so Cameron and Kyoto, and that'll be our bench full.
Yeah, I think that's good.
All right. Who's the last team, Connor?
I think it's got to be Colorado Rapids.
You're awful, dude. This is unreal.
Was that actually right?
Yes, you've gotten 4 of the 6 teams predicted correctly. What's wrong with you? Are you're watching my screen? Are you my FBI agent?
No, I actually never left your house. I'm just still hanging out there.
Looks behind creepily. All right. Colorado, pretty straightforward to me.
Oh boy. Here we
So
go.
let's have a 40-minute conversation on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tim Howard in goal.
All right, we're off to a great start.
You're kidding.
I think I put Joe Cannon. Yeah, I put Joe Cannon.
Okay.
Let me look it up though.
It's so funny to see latest transfer. If you look up Colorado Rapids, latest transfer is Yaya Torre, because they bought a youth player from Red Bull 2 who's named Yaya Torre,
Oh, nice.
which I can't believe we let a guy named Yaya Torre go, but
That sounds like Red Bull.
that's Red Bull. Whatever makes a quick buck. Yeah, I couldn't put Matt Pickens in there. Did Joe Cannon win with the 2010 team? Who's the 2010 team goalkeeper? It was Matt Pickens, wasn't it? Matt Pickens.
Why did I go with Joe? Let me look it up. Joe.
Joe played from 03 to 06.
Yep. In which case, they made the playoffs all the years
He was a
there.
goalkeeper of the year once.
Mhm.
Pickens won MLS Cup. And he was also goalkeeper of the year at Nashville SC.
What? In what, USL?
It had to be, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was USL. He was goalkeeper of the year in USL. That's pretty cool.
What do you think between Tim, Joe, and Matt? Trick question, we go Clint Irwin.
Stop it. Yeah, he has nothing. He won nothing with Tim Howard won nothing, but again, you've got game on the line. Are you going Tim Howard? You going bloody Joe Cannon? I know the right answer, but
I know, but this is also like 38-year-old Tim Howard
versus prime Joe Cannon.
versus goalkeeper of the year Joe Cannon.
All right. I will move Howard to the bench. I'll put Cannon in.
I'm not against Tim Howard in there. I really don't know.
Well, I've put Joe Cannon like 3 times. You kicked him out every time, so I might as well.
Sorry, Pat Onstead made like 3 of those teams.
Instead is, I can't believe I've never really like heard of him.
He's so good. He was so good. At least it seems like.
Who'd you have at right back?
Marvel win.
See, I put Marvel Win at center back.
Okay.
Played Kosuke Kimura. However,
Was Kamira there for the cup?
Kimura won the cup with them, yeah.
Okay. Who do I have at center back?
However, evidently Brian Mullen also gets a shout as well because he won the cup there.
Was this the team that was annoying? Oh yeah. I have a feeling I know you've probably missed a guy, and I think I might be able to convince you otherwise because he's listed differently.
Okay.
Let's just go to center backs. Who do you have at center back?
I've got Drew Moore and Marvell Wynn.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Give me one. Whoa.
Hold on, let me check. You're gonna tell me to put Axel Schuberg in?
No.
Thank you.
I was going to suggest Marcelo Balboa.
Marcelo Balboa.
Yeah, so it's weird because he's listed as the sweeper position.
Okay.
but he was there for a long time and has a lot of goal contributions
He
from center
does,
back.
doesn't he? I remember Balboa. I remember not when he played, but I remember the name.
I was gonna miss him, but I was researching what other people put for Colorado's best 11, and he was in there. And I was like, I can't find him on this list at all. Like, where is he?
Yeah, he was a USMNT like stalwart too. All right,
So
I will move.
would you move Win to the right and then
I'll
play
move
those two at center
Pierre to the
back?
bench. I'll put Marvell Win in, and I'll put Balboa next to Moore.
Okay, cool.
I put Dylan Stern at left back.
Me too.
Nice. Pablo Mastroeni as a defensive mid.
Yep.
Jack Price and Shelkin Gashi in the other two midfield spots.
I have Price, and then I kind of like went weird with the rest of the team.
You weird.
I just have like two, I guess like attacking mids. I don't really know what to consider them.
Okay.
It just got weird. So like I'm open to changing things, but I have it. So in my two attacking spots, I have Bravo and Henderson.
Whoa, what?
It's weird because I think one of them is an attacking mid and the other one's a winger. So
Paul
it's
Bravo,
weird.
which I get Paul Bravo.
And I think it's Chris Henderson.
Paul Bravo played 96 to 02.
Where is he?
Chris Henderson played.
Yeah,
Man, look at that hair.
he's got some nice hair.
That dude's got locks just to get him in the team.
He played.
Henderson's a
01 to
sporting
06.
director at Inter Miami.
Oh yeah, maybe he shouldn't be in this team.
And he also played for Red Bull.
Oh, that's points.
That is points. But he's I feel like he lost more points
Because he was Red Bull or for the Miami thing?
for Miami. 79 games for
Wait, so
US.
you went with Gashi over Bravo?
Yes.
What?
Excuse me. Oh, allergies, baby. Gotta love them. I gotta find Shelkin Gashi. Hold on. There's a reason I picked him. I just don't remember why.
I think he's listed as like a left-sided player, left wing. Yeah, left wing. I'm curious to see what you come up with for this one.
Nope, can't find it. I had something, but I don't remember what it is. I think Gashi was a hold'em player. Like him and Marlon Hairston were both kind of just like, I don't want to put you in, but I will because I have nobody left. I'll put Paul Bravo in.
Yeah.
But I need a replacement at left wing.
Is that where you had Paul Bravo?
Not left wing. I'm sorry. I need a replacement at right mid.
How about Chris Henderson? He's got 79 goal contributions.
Yeah, I guess.
So what's your attack then?
I got Sam Nicholson in there as well. I like Sam Nicholson. I think he's really good.
Where the heck is Sam Nicholson listed?
He didn't play a lot of games for them. It's recency bias. I'm totally cool with moving him.
Listen, the only thing I'm going to say is I could not leave off these two strikers. So I shaped my team around them.
Okay. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have left Omar Cummings off. That's fair.
But I didn't know how to shape this because Henderson was like solely a winger and Bravo was solely an attacking mid. And I don't know how I would do it with one attacking mid and one winger. But I felt
Really
that
can't.
those
You'd
two,
have to play Cummings or Kate. I think Cummings played on the wing
I don't think he
at some
did.
point.
I looked him up.
He did. He played on the right side.
Did he with Colorado though?
Let's find out.
Pretty sure. I don't think he did.
Now, to me, I don't think it matters if he played there with them or without them, right? Let's do this. Let's go all positions for
Hey,
Colorado.
listen, I tried to play David Beckham at center mid, and he
You
didn't let
did,
me.
and we ended up putting him there, didn't we?
No, we put him at center attacking mid.
What's the difference?
He played one
Yeah.
game at right mid.
No, he played 28 times in 2012. How long was he there?
At right mid?
Yeah.
What are you looking
Oh,
at?
just kidding. No, I'm looking at just Colorado Rapids. Ha. How about right wing? Play on right wing much?
He played, again, it doesn't track it earlier than 2012, but he played one game at left wing against Red Bull. And he played one game at right mid against Vancouver. And he scored in both of those games.
Listen, that's enough. That's enough for me to say to fit him in.
It's a stretch, but I guess I'm okay with it.
He's really, like I said, they don't track it far enough back, you know. So we could easily say that he was a right mid before he was a striker.
Sure. If Colorado fans have a problem, then we can switch it.
Yeah. And like I said, Henderson will probably, we can always make it that Henderson drifts central, Cummings drifts up top. And
so then what do we have? We have
I've got,
Casey,
so my
Casey
team right now is
okay, yeah, go ahead.
Hannon, Wynn, Moore, Balboa, Cerna, Mastroeni, Price, and Bravo, flanked by Henderson and Cummings with Casey up top.
All right, perfect. That's what I got too.
Cool. So on the bench is Howard, Kimura. You've got
Definitely throw some John
Nicholson.
Spencer on there.
Who?
John Spencer.
You could put Spencer on there. I was going to put Baji as well. And then there is a yeah, we probably don't need to put
You want some Dylan Powers on that team?
I really wanted to put Dylan Powers on that team. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'll put him on the bench. But that'll do it. I don't think we need to spend any more time waffling over because we'll start making changes and we'll be here for 4 hours.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is the end of the 6 teams from the Western Conference that have the best 11 of all time. This is going to be really hard. The last 6 are going to be really hard.
Oh, it's going to be
This was not a lot of fun. This one was a lot less fun than
the Western Conference sucks.
Yeah, it does.
You guys are too talented.
Yeah, please stop. Please. But we hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave us a like, leave us a rating. I know not, if you're one of the 15 people who still listen to us religiously, we appreciate it. Go ahead and follow us on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, because eventually I'll start posting there again, I swear. I say this every week. Just never have time to do it. Go ahead and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts so you can know when we go live. Because who loves push notifications from your favorite podcast? I do. Other than that, you got anything else to add?
Nope.
All right. Well, it is 12:50 in the morning. It's time for bed. And we thank you for listening. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Designated Players Podcast. See ya.